Hello, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Julie.
So now we're going to do our review of Century Golem Edition, which is a reskin of Century Spice Road. Hopefully you've had a chance to check out our playthrough and how to play video. So I'm going to go over a little bit how the game works for some context so that you understand what we're talking about. Oh, I noticed that. Look at that. That's interesting. There's a little bump there. All right, so like in Century Spice Road, you're trying to win the most points. And if it's a two-player game, the first to get 6 golems will end the game. Or in a 3 through, how many players is this? 5-player game, you need 5 golems.
Oh.
So how are you going to win golems? Well, you have to acquire these crystals into your caravan. You can have up to 10. You'll be managing your deck, either gaining like these 4 yellow crystals here, or switching out a blue crystal for 2 green and a yellow. And you'll just be basically gaining crystals or switching them out. You can acquire more market cards to do that, and then you'll be buying golems, which are worth so many points here. And you can get coins if you bind the golems here in the first position or second position, and they'll shift over. So anyway, it's a race basically to get 5 or 6 golems, and then once you've acquired those golems and the game ends, you add up your points, and so the one who wins the most points wins the game.
Yeah.
Who gains the most
Who gains
points.
the most points.
All right, so let's take a look at our review here.
Okay.
So Julie will go first.
All right. Let's see here. All right. I think the components are really nice. The crystals are just so fun to play with. You can pretend like they're your ring or something. It's really fun. It is a fun race game.
I'm trying to open it right now.
I do like race games, as long as they're not super, cutthroat or anything. And this one isn't that way at all.
Let me show you
Yeah, look
unlike
how pretty those
Century
are.
Spice, you have wood blocks. The crystals are more interesting.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
All right.
Let's see, what else did I say? It is easy to play, which is a big key for me. As long as it's easy to learn and play, I'm down to play it anytime. The art on the cards is pretty decent. They did a nice job with that. And what I like is
Here,
it's
I'll show that real
different
quick.
way to draft cards too. It's you use your crystals to help get more cards, to get more crystals in the end, to get your golems. And it's just a really fun, a fun, quick, well, not too quick, but it's a fun race game that I think if you're just wanting something a little bit different, it would be, something fun to do, and maybe teach someone who isn't used to it yet might really get a hang of it quick too.
Yeah,
don't you think?
it is a drafting game and a deck builder. So we showed our neighbor Dominion. I should have started with this.
We should have. She would have liked it.
But she handled Dominion. But I'm thinking I could have taught her the concept of card drafting because she hadn't played Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon. So this would have been a good introductory drafting.
But
game
she took
for
to
her.
Dominion pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean, look, she's bright enough to handle
She's super smart.
Dominion. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just that it would have been. I don't know. This would have been a lot easier.
Yeah, I think so.
To introduce the concept.
We'll teach it to her anyway.
All right, so my points are, I prefer the theme over Century Spice. It has nice art, which I've shown you a little bit. It has cool combination of deck drafting and set collection. So one game that this is compared to all the time is Splendor. Some people say this killed Splendor. And I've heard there was a time when I kind of thought that, but now I returned to Splendor. We've actually playing Splendor more again than this. And that will relate to the end, my last point here, why we're playing Splendor more. So it's a fun race to win cards. I was thinking of something, that's why I had a little pause. It's a fun race to win cards. Okay, that's true. You're doing that. Just like in Splendor, you're trying to race to get so many points.
Right.
And the tension of this game is, though, I can try to use more valuable crystals to get a card that's worth 18 points or 20 points, but then Julie might have gained 2 cards in that amount of time that might be worth in a combination of 17 points. And so what could happen is that Julie will get to 6 cards before me, and I might have only acquired 4 cards. So maybe my 4 cards are worth more points, but if she got 6 cards, she might have overcome that deficit. So that's what's interesting about the game is you race to get those cards as quick as possible, so people get stuck not getting as many cards. They might have gotten more points in the first few cards, but if they don't get enough cards, the people who got the smaller cards quicker might win.
Plus, you get those little coins too, depending on where you get those cards.
Right. So you can get a bonus of 3 points.
Right.
Or 1 point if you get the first or second position cards. Right. So drafting can get stale. So what I mean by that is, if you look at the back here, you can kind of get stuck where certain cards or merchant cards are displayed here. We don't care about them.
Right.
And so, you'll draft these pretty quick early on, and then at some point be like, I don't care anymore.
That's a good point.
So that's the difference between Splendor, is that in Splendor you're always pushing to win the mines and the locations.
Yeah.
But
I didn't
this
think
game,
about that.
now that we've been playing it more lately, I'm kind of like, I don't care after a while for those cards. So that's kind of a weird part of the game, that at some point you don't care.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
And then so therefore it can get repetitive, and has low player interaction.
True.
Because all I'm trying to do is try to beat you to certain cards. Either get them as quick as possible, or just go for high cards and not care if I get 5 or 6 cards.
Right. Right.
But there's not much denial going on, because I can see what crystals Julie is going for. I can kind of figure out, oh, she's going to go for this now. Do I really want to compete with her for that?
Or do something else.
Yeah, go for something else.
Right.
So sometimes you're going to deny people, but not as often.
That's true.
And then what I mean by repetitive, well, as I showed you here, if you're not going for more merchant cards because they're not that interesting to you, and you only have so many cards in your deck, you're just basically cycling through it over and over again, and that gets repetitive. So that relates. You say it's quick.
Here. I thought it was kind of quick. Yeah. I didn't say it was quick. I said it, but I didn't write it down.
Okay, you didn't put it in your thing here, but because it can be a little repetitive, it could go a little too long for what it is.
That's true.
Sometimes you can do that. So I know, and it sounds like I'm knocking this game a lot. I'm just.
Oh no, you're not.
I like the game. It's just that right now there was a time when I would have played this over Splendor, but now that we've been playing Splendor again, especially with some of the expansions, I'll play Splendor. I'll play Splendor over this.
Those expansions are pretty fun.
So it sounds like I was knocking a lot. Let's see our BGG review here.
Okay.
All right, so
we both said very good.
We both said very good. Enjoy playing what suggested. So despite all those negative things I said, because it is a really good introductory drafting game, I do recommend this.
But we taught our friend Splendor, our neighbor, and the first time we played it with her, she kicked our butts.
She beat us. So it'll be interesting to find out if we were to play this with her, what she would like better.
Yeah, that's true. We should do that.
But so we still recommend this. I do like this better than Century Spice because of the theme.
And the components too. We like the gems
components.
or whatever. Yeah, the crystals.
Exactly.
And the little squares.
So anyway, we do like this in our collection, and we do recommend it for families. And there is educational value in this. I mean, you are doing exchanges and doing sets and adding up points. So if you want to help a young person improve their math skills, this definitely will do that as well.
That's a good. How young can you do this game? What is it?
It says 8 and up. Yeah, that's definitely in the right area. But you could even go younger.
Like a gifted first grader, second grader.
Yeah, second grade. You could, or if they just want, if you want to help, even if they just need help and they're not gifted, that's fine. As long as they understand the card exchange mechanic. That would be the most difficult thing, is to understand that part, that you're switching things out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the points, a parent can help a child with adding up the points. That's easy.
Oh yeah, definitely. And phones have calculators in them too, so.
Exactly.
So you could use your phone too.
All right. So anyway, that is Century Spice Golem Edition. This is on the top 100 family games, and same with most of the other Century Spice games are on there too.
Well, because they're really good.
Yeah, they are.
They're good games.
But again, when you have a lot of games, you have to decide, would you play this one over that one? And then, like I said, we will keep this in our collection.
Definitely.
But we might choose Splendor over this.
Yeah, we might.
Anyway, so there you go. Thanks for watching. Please check out our other videos.
Have a good day.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.